My name is Barnabas Collins. 2 centuries ago, I made Collinwood my home.
My love.
Until a jealous witch cursed me, condemning me to the shadows.
What have you done?
For all time.
What the hell is this?
He's coming. He's coming.
Hear me, future dweller. What is the year?
1972.
1972. My beloved Collinwood.
The Collins family.
Who the hell is this?
I'm a vampire, madam.
Yeah.
He's not staying with us forever, is he? I like him.
Welcome home, Barnabas Collins.
How soon can the horses be ready?
We don't have horses. We have a Chevy.
So, Michelle, you were a fan of the TV show, right?
I was obsessed with the TV show when I was a kid. I was 11, roughly, around there when I was watching the show.
Too.
Yeah. And I don't think our mothers really knew what we were watching.
I had no idea.
No idea. They were like in the kitchen cooking
Right.
dinner.
Oh, it's afternoon, so it's fine, right?
Taking care of your little brother, your little sister. And so I think we felt like we were sort of getting away with something because it was
Yeah.
a little bit naughty, a little bit sexy, and very unusual for television at that
Daytime,
time. And
yeah.
daytime, even at nighttime.
It was groundbreaking, actually.
How did it get on in the afternoon?
No
How
idea.
did that happen?
I think because Barnabas didn't come on for a year.
Oh,
and that's
right.
when they really started snapping into it.
Yeah, because the show was a little bit in trouble until they brought on Barnabas.
Then
It
got a
wasn't
huge-
doing so well.
Yeah, it got a huge fan base. You know, your character, Elizabeth, is actually, of all the movies you've done, could be one of my favorite characters that you've done.
Really?
Yeah, and the reason for me, well, first of all, when Barnabas shows up and he just happens to be a vampire, you're not really so phased.
No, I'm not.
You know, and so that makes me think that if we take this onion and we peel it back a little bit, and I really felt there's something going on in there.
We don't really know, do we?
Yes. Was there a dark secret that we don't know about?
Maybe.
Because you were really projecting that. Now this is the second movie you did with Tim. And what did you expect from being a fan of a Burtonized Dark Shadows movie? What did you expect from that?
You never know what to expect from Tim. And that is the joy and the beauty of working with him, and also seeing his movies, and sitting in the audience, and it's the best of all worlds when you go to see a film, because you want to be transported and you want to be surprised.
You know, what was interesting about this is, does it seem to you that somehow the soul of the series and even the movie still remained within this movie, with all the other stuff that was happening? Did you kind of feel that a little bit?
Yes, and yet it's really, really different. I guess the sort of, core of who these characters are we've remained faithful to that. At the same time, Tim has really reinvented everything.
As a fan, will you sit back and watch this as a fan, or do you watch your movies?
I watch them usually once.
Okay.
And then I don't usually ever see them again.
Oh,
I might see this one twice, though.
Good.
I've seen it and I love it.
Okay, so that's good. So.
And it wasn't torturous for me, because usually I can't watch myself as much as I might like everyone else. But I was okay after this one. And I have a lot of people coming, family and friends coming to the premiere, so I might sit through it again.
It's so good.
It is good. It's great.
Yeah, and I really appreciate having the chance to talk to you. It was very, very, very nice meeting you,
You're so
too.
welcome.
Tim, I read somewhere that Mega Man was one of your favorite movies.
Yes, that's true.
But I was wondering, is it because that it's what they did with Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price and turned it? Is that why, maybe?
Well, I think that story was a great story, yeah. So I think it's a story in itself, but the one that the Omega Man is my favorite version. It's just also the time era, and Charlton had all the elements. And
What year was that?
It's like early 70s.
You like the 70s, don't you?
Well, I have mixed feelings about it. I was a teenager, so there was an awkward time, a bit of a unpleasant. So somehow the 70s kind of mirrored that, awkward time of life. So it kind of connects in that way for me.
When you took Dark Shadows and Burtonized it, turned it into your own thing, You did something which I realized at the end, is you kept the soul of the television series in the movie, but I don't know how you did it, but I just know you did it.
Well, we try. I mean, I think if some of the hardcore fans maybe see that there's humor, they think we're just sort of making fun of it. But the thing is, it's like the reason I always wanted to do this, I had a strong affection for the show. I mean, even though it was a serious show, those of us that remember it think of it very fondly. So just trying to capture the vibe, the kind of soap opera acting and all that sort of thing. But then just show more of the effect of it that it had, this sort of weird kind of mixture of feelings that it sort of, so it's more about the memory of it for me than actually doing it.
Right. Now you have a crew around you that you've built over the years with Johnny and Helen, of course. When you have such familiarity with your actors, do you just let them go on automatic pilot? You know those roles are filled, or do you still try to find something new to bring out of them?
Well, I think both. I mean, it's a combination of those things because, each project has its own vibe. Like in this one, it was just a strange thing to go for, this kind of weird soap opera acting. Now, somebody like Johnny was a fan, Michelle Pfeiffer was a fan, but none of the rest of the cast really knew it. So
they're a little younger ones, yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's not like I didn't really feel like showing them episodes because they probably would have gotten scared off in some ways. So, but it was fun. It was a good mixture of people that I've worked with and new people that I hadn't worked with, which always kind of keeps the energy, kind of unique.
When we're telling somebody about this new Dark Shadows movie, you got fans, you got newbies out there. How would you describe, or what would you say they can expect from this?
Well, I mean, that's the thing I loved about the original show and the material I'm drawn to. It's not just one thing, It's not just a drama or a comedy. It's kind of a mixture of things.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Hopefully the people that knew the show get this fact that it's done with, affection, and the people that don't know, it doesn't matter, because there's a lot of people that didn't know the show at all. So, we tried to make it feel like you don't have to know what the show was to experience this.
And then lastly, I didn't realize this until the Donovan song came on in the credits. Music, is it a tone and color for you in your movies, or is it a driving force, a heartbeat?
Well, in this case, it was because setting it in 1972 was important because I remember the music was I remember listening to the AM radio, just same song after same, very intense and a weird mixture of kind of cheesy songs, some great songs. I remember, you get like weird, almost novelty songs, then you get like Alice Cooper. You got all these mixture of things. So this, and we tried to treat the music in this almost like a musical number. So it was important. It was more driving in this.
It was a great movie. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, man.
I really
Nice to
appreciate
talk
it.
to you.
What is your age, if I may?
15.
15 and no husband. You must put those birthing hips to good use at once, lest your womb shrivel up and die.
You're weird.
But do you think me too weird for a woman of this land?
You obviously mean Vicky.
She has the most fertile birthing hips I have ever laid eyes upon.
You're way
Chloe
too-
Grace, this movie, Kick-Ass, you're doing Carrie. Are you trying to be like the coolest 16-year-old on the planet?
We'll see. No, I mean, I just try and look for the roles that that are really I click with the most, and the roles that interest me and make me want to do them because they stretch my emotional acting ability and my physical acting ability.
You've done some cool stuff too.
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky to do some fun stunts and stuff.
Bill, your character, Victoria, in this, she had so many layers to it, to me watching you. You had this hope stream going on, conflicting with kind of fear at the same time. Am I right about it? Was I feeling that right?
Yeah, I think so. I think she's, after what's happened to her in her past, she's a bit afraid to let her guard down.
A Tim Burton movie, did you guys have some preconceived ideas what this was going to be like?
Yeah, pretty much like broke
definitely.
all my expectations.
Same. Yeah, no, it's like you never, they're such eccentric movies that you never know how the set's gonna be, if it's gonna be weird or if it's gonna be normal. And the minute you walk on, they just all, welcomed you with open arms. From Helena to Johnny to Tim to Michelle, it's like everyone was just really down to earth and fun, and it just made for a really cool experience for the people coming into it.
Yeah.
You guys had a really epic cast on this movie. I mean, you know,
Bunch of newcomers.
yeah. I mean, and you guys are really kind of, you're both up and coming, both of you doing some great stuff. Do you ever sit back for a second and go, wow, look who I'm working with? Does that ever hit you at all?
Yeah,
every day.
For sure. You feel like more and more lucky as the days go by on set. I'm just like, whoa, you know. I go to bed at night, I'm like, wow, you know, I've worked with so many amazing people. I'm so like blessed and lucky to be able to be here and doing it, you know.
Yeah, you're like, that just happened?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It's crazy.
What was, Belle, for you, what was the style of Tim Burton that you found interesting the most? What was the most, what did he do with you that brought your character out the most?
I think he was able to leave me to my own devices a bit. You know, he made me feel really safe and reassured on set. And he just let me have fun. I mean, he was a really fun guy, had a great sense of humor, and he was just made it enjoyable to come to work and made it fun to play.
Now, from the outfits to the sets and everything, what do you guys think about the 70s?
I love the 70s. We really love the 70s. I mean, I love the fashion and the music, and it's just, I don't know, everything was more.
Yeah, it seemed a lot cooler. And it's easy for us to say because, you know, it's before our time. But
Exactly.
Yeah.
Really
Well, you
cool.
looked extremely comfortable in your outfits and everything. You look like that's how you should always look. You know, it's like this is
That's
her
a
new.
worry, no.
No, I mean, polyester works well with you. You know.
Polyester works.
Yeah, you know.
I think Colleen would be horrified. She'd be like, polyester.
You're like, this is not polyester, this is Ozzy Clark.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know if they had anything other than that.
No,
So, for people that are going to go see the movies, what can they expect from this movie?
Tim Burton at his best,
Yeah.
you know?
I agree with you. The movie was extraordinary. It was really good. Thank you so much for spending the time. I really appreciate it, guys.
Thank
It was
you.
very nice meeting you.
Thanks.
Enjoy another 10 hours of your day today.
Each life I take, a piece of my wretched soul dies. For I only kill because I'm compelled to. Compelled by your witchcraft, by your curse.
Why have you done this to me?
It's a shame. You know, if you'd just been smart enough to love me, I would have let her go. I sent your little girlfriend over the cliffs once before. What makes you think I wouldn't do it again? I'm gonna offer you a business proposal, Barnabas. My final offer. Either you agree to roll this little pawn of mine side by side, partners and lovers, or I put you back in the box.
I have already prepared my counterproposal. It reads thusly.
You may strategically place your wonderful lips upon my posterior and kiss it repeatedly.
Well, so Golden Compass and Casino Royale, two fantastic movies that you've been in already. Do you ever get tempted to go to a bar and order a Vespa?
No, actually, I ordered a Vespa in the Carlisle in New York, and it was so strong.
Was it?
After 2 sips, I was like, oh my God, I feel so drunk.
Right?
So no.
I've actually had one. It wasn't that great, but it was kind of a cool idea, though, right? You know?
Yes.
Now, for this movie, which was extraordinary, by the way, it was really good. Your character, we'll talk about that in a second. But was it the script or the director that just was the green light for you?
Both. I mean, I think I could play a mop in a Tim Burton film. I'm in awe of him, and that script was really special and funny, and the character is so complex and colorful. So it was a gift.
That's right. You know, it's something you always bring a certain elegance to the characters you play, no matter who they are in Camelot, the other movies you've done, even this one. And so I was struggling with if she was evil or just kind of scorned and bitter. What was it?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. It's not like a kind of a baddie cartoon character. She has kind of a reason to behave that way. You know, her heart's been broken. She's just kind of a damaged character.
Yeah.
Of course, she's extreme. You know, she doesn't do things, halfway. So she's just, let's lock him in a coffin so he can have a think about what he's done to her.
For 200 years.
Yeah.
Yes, or whatever it was. Yeah, for quite a while. What was the experience of working with Tim Burton like for you? Because it was your first one, and I know that you wanted to work with him. You've been wanting to work with him. As a director, what does he bring to the table that you found extraordinary?
I mean, first of all, he makes you feel kind of confident. He trusts you, and he gives you so much freedom. That's very important. And he's extremely kind of receptive, very open to ideas, and I kind of, he gave me that book that he had at the exhibition in New York, and it's all his drawings,
Oh,
and
yes,
I got
yes.
really inspired by those drawings for the physicality of my character, especially towards the end, like a broken doll,
Yeah.
and it's always extreme characters, and we talked a lot, and that was very helpful.
Everyone I spoke to, he says that he gives the actors a lot of freedom, but at the same time, your character is very Burton-esque. Is that from the script, or is that how does that happen?
Magic. It is in the script, and we kind of, I think with Johnny also, we kind of adapted to what he was doing, and we kind of evolved together.
And then lastly, people going to see the movie, what should they expect from Dark Shadows?
I think, they will find it very funny, but very Burton. You can't put it in the box. It's Burton.
You're right. Thank you so much.
Look into my eyes and deliver me your innermost thoughts. Awaken! Well done. Now, tell me, the Collins family, do they endure?
There's 4 of them. Thank heaven.
Pray, what month is it?
October. That's why there's pumpkins.
What is the year?
1972.
1972. Hear me, future dweller. You shall be my loyal servant until such time as I release you.
Guys, I'm thinking about your movies that you've done in the past first, before this one. Hackers, Dracula 2000, Breaking Away, and Watchmen. And you guys have done some amazing work and continue to do phenomenal work, clearly. Now, I just want to take a moment and talk to you. You took a hiatus off of acting for a bit, and you came back so strong. Did it make you, did something happen in that period that made you a better actor, perhaps, even? Is that possible?
I don't know. The whole thing still to this day is kind of a freaky experience that, you can kind of have this career as a kid and then, have it kind of drift away from you, and after it drifted away, I figured it was kind of done. So I went out and sought a new career, and I think over that time I really kind of got to live life as a non-actor, experience when it just freakishly kind of came back and I started to act again. I think, I was at such a different place in my life. I think I was much more informed by life, in my mid-40s.
Of course, yeah.
And I think I think I took the whole thing more seriously as well.
It's extraordinary. It's inspirational what you did as well. When you guys first heard that you're going to do a Tim Burton Dark Shadows, what was forming in your mind?
For me, Dark Shadows was something I didn't know about, and so I was presented with a script, and I read it, and I thought it was fantastic, and then I got to meet with Tim and stuff. So there's a whole bunch of things forming in my mind, but
you had no preconceived ideas.
No preconceived ideas.
How about you, Jackie?
Well, I was just absolutely exhilarated to get to be not only work with Tim, but just to be part of one of his worlds. The guy is such a unique director, and his body of work is to me, it's kind of like his own genre.
Could you guys put your thumb on what it is that makes him so unique as a director? Is there something that you can think of?
I mean, if you had to say one thing, it's his vision, and as Jackie says, the world that he creates. He comes with that. It's his artistic, all his sensibilities, I guess, of being an artist from a very young age. I don't know if you saw his exhibition or anything like that, but all that feeds into his world, really. So it's not like, your thumbs would have to be really big.
Big, giant King Kong thumbs, right? Roger, is he a bad guy, or did he just kind of give up?
Well, I mean, you know, there's a fine line there, isn't there? I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's there. When's the line with anyone? But yeah, he's, you know, a schmuck for sure. You know, he's a creep, really. You know, and yeah, he gave up. But I think that's life, isn't it?
No, and then Willie is just very familiar to me for some reason. Is he based on another character somewhere else or something? Because he seems so familiar when I was watching you play him on screen.
No, because
Do you
he's
know
actually.
other drug
Yeah, that's what it is. It's your buddy.
I got bars a lot. I don't know.
No, I mean, you know, that Willie Loomis is much different in the movie than he was in the soap, you know.
Yeah.
So he's kind of, you know, he's this drunk curmudgeon-y, you know, butler slash cook slash valet slash chauffeur, and he was really fun to play because it's, you know, quite a bit different than a lot of the stuff I've done in the past. So it was really neat getting to do that.
It was leap for you. What will people expect from this movie? What can they expect when they're going to see it?
Goodness, I mean, I'd never tell people what to expect because that's up to them, you know. But I mean, I think people are very familiar with, you know, Tim's body of work and the flavour that they're going to get, and again, as you said, Jackie, there's like, you know, it's Burton-esque,
it is,
and
yes.
you know, it's like it's a law unto itself, really, you know, his world. And so,
It was an extraordinary movie, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time. I really
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thank you.
If I can't have you, I'll destroy you and your family.
Missed me. I shall restore the family business to its former glory.
Burn, baby, burn.
Fight on, Barnabas. Fight on for us.
And fight I shall.
Love me.
Never. That was a regrettable turn of events.
Are you stoned or something?
They tried stoning me, my dear. It did not work.